You guys clicked this video because you're wondering how to make $80,000 a year betting on sports, $79,000 to be exact. You're probably wondering, where did I come up with that number at? Well, that is the number for the American median income for a family, all right? That is the basic median income for a family household. We're gonna show you how to get that in sports betting, all right? Now, before we jump over to the whiteboard and get to that, make sure you give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Also, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for notifications so that way you guys are notified every time we pump out one of these videos. Also, in the description, if you guys are looking for a sports book to bet anywhere in the US or overseas, make sure you visit our link in there for BetUS. Also, if you're looking for one-on-one coaching with me and my team, or you're looking for our picks and our plays, and also how we come up with those plays, make sure you guys click the link in the description for that as well. All right, so without further ado, let's get over to the whiteboard and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to make $79,000 a year betting on sports. All right, guys, so enough of you guys staring at this cheetah print shirt. You need to be looking behind me at this whiteboard, so let's check it out. A lot of stuff on the whiteboard, and let's break this stuff down, all right? So $79,000 a year, what does that break down into? It breaks down into 12 months, $6,583 a month to $1,519 a week and $217 a day. So that's what pretty much $79,000 breaks down to on a monthly, weekly, and a daily basis, all right? So when you break it down to that much, when it goes to daily, $217 a day, that seems obtainable, right? That doesn't seem like it's something that's outrageous that you can't reach in sports betting. Well, let's show you exactly how you're gonna get there though, all right? Because you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan to be able to get there. Now, what you're gonna be doing here is, here's your bankroll and your unit size. This is what it's gonna look like, all right? So this is an example using a 10K bankroll. If you're using a 10K bankroll, you're gonna be betting 5% of that bankroll. You're gonna be betting $500. That's gonna be your unit size. You see in this example right here, each unit size is $500. Now the reason behind that, why no matter which bankroll you have, that you're gonna be at a $500 unit size, is because that is where you wanna stick with your sports books at. If you start betting more than that and you're winning consistently, then they might start limiting you, all right? This only happens to players that are consistently winning, all right? Because we have people message us all the time and they're like, well, how do I know the sports book's not going to, they're not gonna ban me once I start betting $1,000 a game? You have to do this consistently, month in and month out, for them to ban you. Just because you get on a heater for a week or two and you're hitting $500 or you're hitting $1,000 bets, they're not gonna ban you, all right? This has to be something that you're making a living off of, that you're consistently winning at a crazy rate, and then they're gonna be like, okay, well, we gotta limit this guy. This guy's making consistent money off of us. So that's the only way that that's gonna happen. So that's why we aim to keep our unit size and our bet size at about 500, because at the $500 level, even if you're winning consistently, they don't limit you and they don't ban you. When you start getting in the thousands, that's when that becomes a problem. All right, so let's move on to the next one. 25K. If you have a 25K bankroll, you're betting 2% of that, that's $500, all right? Goes out to 500 bucks. And then 50K bankroll, obviously, 1% of that is equal to 500 bucks, all right? So your unit size, you're betting $500 a game. You're trying to make this amount of money, you're betting $500 a game. Now you might think, that's a lot of money to be betting a game, but you gotta think, this is a long-term game. We're betting over, over months here. We're trying to, recoup as many units as we can over those months. Now, what are you gonna be betting? You're gonna be betting 5 bets per day, gonna be around 150 bets per month, depending if there's 30 or 31 days in the month. You'll have an extra day in there, but this is what you'll hover around, all right? You'll be hovering around that. Now you're aiming to hit at a 57% rate, all right? Some people say, that's a crazy rate to hit. Believe me, it's possible, very possible, guys. So don't be commenting saying that's impossible to hit, because it's very possible to hit, especially nowadays. And your odds. This is gonna be your odds that you'll be using for this. You'll be using from -110 to -140. Now, if you're using plus odds, obviously, yeah, that's better as well. This is just an example of using, these are the highest you wanna go, is -140, using this model that we got behind us, all right? So you're looking to win 85.5 bets in each month. That's gonna make you hit that 57%. Because if you're hitting 85.5 bets out of 150, then you're hitting 57%, all right? So you're actually making, this is the amount of money you can expect to make. You can expect to make on a daily basis, $217, $15.19 a week, $65.83 on the month, all right? Now, another thing that comes into play a lot that people ask is the taxes. So let's talk about the taxes a little bit that goes along with this. Now, if people don't realize this, that each state is kind of different when it comes to sports betting. So in Nevada, there is no tax for sports betting whatsoever. So it doesn't matter what you're betting, you're not going to get taxed on it. Other states, if you win more than $600 on one single bet, then you're going to get taxed on it. Hence why we're keeping our unit size under 500, because that means we're not winning $600 at one shot. All right, we're winning less than that at one shot, so we're keeping our unit size at 500. That is another reason why this is your max unit size that you want to go. All right, so when it comes to the taxes, you have to look at your state's guidelines. All right, guys, look at your state's guidelines and what they require you to do. Some states like Nevada, they don't require anything for sports betting, but some other states, a $600 one-shot win, you're getting taxed on that, or 300 times your bet. So if you win 300 times whatever it is that you bet on, this only happens if you're putting some 5, 6, 17 parlay in and you put $10 on it and you end up making 30 grand, then they're gonna tax you on that. All right, that's how those taxes work when it comes down to this. All right, so if you keep it below that $500, that 500 or below level, you're not gonna get taxed on it. It's that simple. All right, so let's talk about your sports books and what you're gonna be needing to look at when it comes to your sports books. You're gonna want at least 3 of them. At least 3 sports books. You always say the more sports books you have, the better it is, because you're gonna have access to more lines. You're gonna have access to be able to shop around. So it's the better. The more sports books, the better it is. How you want to approach your sports books are you want to split your money up between them. All right. So this is an example using 3. If you have a 10K bankroll, you're putting $3,333 in each bank. I mean, in each sports book. That's what you're doing. You're separating it. All right. You're spacing it out. Reason for that is because when you shop your lines, you want to be able to space that out. So 25K, $8,333 is what you're putting in each, and then a 50K bankroll, you're putting $16,666 in each. All right. Now, another question to address is, because you have multiple sports books, does that mean that you're putting one bet in at each sports book? No. Okay. Let's address this right now. That is not what is going to happen. Okay. Let's say your 3 sports books offer the same line on one play. Okay. If they offer the same line on one play, you're betting 3 sports books to equal your $500, all right? Your $500 unit size. You're not putting $500 on one side, $500 on another, and $500 on another, because then you would be risking 3 units on one play, all right? That is something that has to be addressed, because some people do not understand that you need to equal them all to equal 1 unit, all right? That does not mean you're putting 1 unit at each sports book, because if you do that, like I said, and you have 3 sports books, now you have 3 units on one play. You don't have 1 unit. All right. So 3 bets at each single sports book to equal your $500 mark. All right. If you do that, you can ensure you're never going to get limited at any of these sports books. All right. So once again, let's go through a little overview here of what you have to do. You have to hit it at 57% mark. Your odds have to fluctuate between -110 to -140. Your unit size correlates with what your bankroll is. 10K, you're risking 5%, which is risky. That's an aggressive mark at 10K. 25K, you're betting 2%, which is more conservative. 50K, you're betting 1%, which is the most conservative that you can be. All right, so that is exactly what it looks like to make $79,000 a year at sports betting. Now, I know I didn't go over the research for it to require to hit 57%. But if you guys bankroll or in any of this and you guys are interested at all, learning at all how to do any of this stuff that is behind me on this whiteboard, make sure you guys visit the description as well and hit us up for the coaching program so we can coach you guys up to show you guys how we make a living off sports betting. All right, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel and hit that bell for notifications so that way you guys are informed every single time we pump out one of these videos. Also, in the comment section, make sure you guys throw down some comments for any video topics that you want us to cover for you guys, because that's what we're here for. We're here to make you a better sports bettor. So if you need a video that's going to make you progress, make sure you guys hit the comment section and let us know. All right, guys, as always, I'm Frank from Linemaker Sports. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, I'm out.